Food technology is a branch of food science that deals with the production processes that make foods. Early scientific research into food technology concentrated on food preservation. Nicolas Appert unregistered trademark S development in 1810 of the canning process was a decisive event. The process was an unregistered trademark T called canning then, and Appert did not really know the principle on which his process worked, but canning has had a major impact on food preservation techniques. Louis Pasteur's research on the spoilage of wine and his description of how to avoid spoilage in 1864 was an early attempt to apply scientific knowledge to food handling. Besides research into wine spoilage, Pasteur researched the production of alcohol, vinegar, wines and beer, and the souring of milk. He developed pasteurization, the process of heating milk and milk products to destroy food spoilage and disease-producing organisms. In his research into food technology, Pasteur became the pioneer into bacteriology and of modern preventive medicine. Developments in food technology have contributed greatly to the food supply and have changed our world. Some of these developments are: instantized milk powder. D.D. Peebles developed the first instant milk powder, which has become the basis for a variety of new products that are rehydratable. This process increases the surface area of the powdered product by partially rehydrating spray-dried milk powder. Freeze drying. The first application of freeze drying was most likely in the pharmaceutical industry. However, a successful large-scale industrial application of the process was the development of continuous freeze drying of coffee. High-temperature short-time processing. These processes for the most part are characterized by rapid heating and cooling, holding for a short time at a relatively high temperature and filling aseptically into sterile containers. Decaffeination of coffee and tea. Decaffeinated coffee and tea was first developed on a commercial basis in Europe around 1900. The process is described in U.S. Patent 897,763. Green coffee beans are treated with water, heat and solvents to remove the caffeine from the beans. Process optimization. Food technology now allows production of foods to be more efficient. Oil-saving technologies are now available on different forms. Production methods and methodology have also become increasingly sophisticated. Consumer acceptance. In the past, consumer attitude towards food technologies was not common talk and was not important in food development. Nowadays the food chain is long and complicated, foods and food technologies are diverse. Consequently, the consumers are uncertain about the food quality and safety and find it difficult to orient themselves to the subject. That is why consumer acceptance of food technologies is an important question. However, in these days acceptance of food products very often depends on potential benefits and risks associated with the food. This also includes the technology the food is processed with. Attributes like uncertain unknown or unfamiliar are associated with consumers unregistered trademark risk perception, and consumer very likely will reject product linked to these attributes. Especially innovative food processing technologies are connected to these characteristics and are perceived as risky by consumers. Acceptance of the different food technologies is very different. Whereas pasteurization is well recognized, high-pressure treatment or even microwaves are perceived as risky very often. In studies done within High-Tech Europe project, it was found that traditional technologies were well accepted in contrast to innovative technologies. Consumers formed their attitude towards innovative food technologies by three main mechanisms. First, knowledge or beliefs about risks and benefits which are correlated with the technology. Second, attitudes are based on their own experience, and third, based on higher-order values and beliefs. Acceptance of innovative technologies can be improved by providing non-emotional and conscious information about these new technological processes methods. According to a study made by High-Tech Project, also written information seems to have higher impact than audio-visual information on the consumer in case of sensory acceptance of products processed with innovative food technologies. Publications: Food and Bioprocess Technology, Lebensmittelwissenschaft and Technology. See also: Food biotechnology, food packaging, food grading, optical sorting, Standard components. Notes and references. Hans Jar 1/4 GEN bar currency SSLER und Frank Lehmann, Containment Technology, Progress in the Pharmaceutical and Food Processing Industry. Springer, Berlin 2013, ISBN 978-36422392917.